Hey guys, Dusty Baker here with Cross Timbers Bison. So you're probably wondering, what is all this back here? Well, this used to be a dairy barn. If I already haven't told you before, where we have our bison is on an old dairy farm. And you can see the silos in the back and things like that, the old barn facilities. And we've spent a lot of time since we've got the bison, and even before we had the bison, cleaning this place up and trying to use what good is left of the old dairy farm and use it for our bison. So what we did here is we knocked down the whole dairy barn, and it was the cinder blocks walls. They were really easy to push over. I got some good footage for you that I'm going to show you here in just a second. But the important part is what's left is this concrete floor. And most people know that you've got to have really good facilities for bison. And our facilities are okay, but we want to have really good handling systems. And we want to have we're going to eventually have a chute system, basically, right here. Because you've got to have really good facilities. We work our bison twice a year, and once in the spring and once in the fall. And right now it's just summertime, but coming around in the fall, it'll be time to work them again. So we've got to have a chute system set up. We've got to have a working handling system set up for our bison. And it takes a lot. It can't just be, throwing some cattle panels together and hopefully everything goes okay. You've really got to have some tough pipe handling systems, and so that's what we're going to do here on this platform. It's really exciting to get all this cleaned up. We're going to have all this cleaned up eventually. We got some people interested in coming to get this. These cinder blocks, some of them are still in really good shape. And so what we're going to do is get this cleaned up, and we're going to use this big concrete pad here to work our bison on. It's just easier and cleaner to keep them out of the mud when you do work them, and it's a little better for your facilities and easier to keep your chutes, systems, and things like that in clean and in good shape. So watch this footage here, and I'll show you kind of how the day went, and we'll talk about what we're gonna do to this place. Well, I hope you enjoyed that footage and seeing these walls go down. You could tell that they were just really easy to push over with that backhoe, that Kubota backhoe. Thanks to Daniel again and his connection with Great Plains Kubota for helping us out. That thing did an awesome job. It did everything that we needed it to do and some other stuff around the property. So I know you didn't get to see the Bison a bunch today, but what we will have hopefully by this fall, as we get all this cleaned up and hauled off, and we'll have a working handling system for our bison, which is really exciting. Something that you have to have when raising bison. And so pretty excited about that, and thank you for following along, and we'll get this cleaned up in the future and we'll keep you updated, and maybe next time you see it we'll have a chute system. Thank you guys. Stay tuned.